right, so this is Eve's environment. Right now, Willow is there, that's it. She's going home tomorrow morning. And Eve is right here. We're gonna work on exits from the crate first, because that sort of sets the tone for everything. I like to open doors in a certain way when I'm dealing with dogs, because then you're starting from a calm dog to begin with, rather than just like exploding out of the crate, crazy town, party time. So let me make sure you can see. Here we go. So it's pretty simple. The more she stays calm, the more the door will open. The more she tries to get out, the more the door will close. So I just open it very slowly, and she is right there. So I close the door. That's it. Very slow. She tries to get out, I close the door. That's what I want. Good girl. Okay. So next we teach the tool. Okay, so here we go. Normally I film this in a different room, but I realized that with a black dog on a dark carpet, you weren't going to be able to see anything. So first thing first, I start by teaching her the tool, because I've noticed that she's quite the puller, and she doesn't understand how to yield to leash pressure. Like I pull on the leash, she's bracing against it. The reason for that is the incentive system is kind of all wrong. So she learned that she can, like most dogs, pretty much all dogs do this. She learned that by pulling ahead, she gets to go where she wants. So she just learns to pull through the discomfort. So basically the reward is far away from you. You want the reward to be right at your side, for that to be the most comfortable place for her to be. So in order to do that, we're going to teach her how to yield to leash pressure. So all we're going to ask her to do, without even using words, here, I need to snap that on properly, is how to sit down or lay down in response to the leash. And we're going to be doing that with the head halter, like I said, and they can respond to this in a couple different ways: fight, flight, avoid, or accept. So she might go through all of those. You know, right now I would describe this as flight. She does not want to be here. She wants to explore everything and check everything out. So we'll see how it goes. So just don't be alarmed if you see that she's kind of freaking out for a second. But this really just sort of tells me what kind of dog I'm dealing with. So very gentle pressure. We're just teaching her that sitting down at my side is the most comfortable place to be. So this I would describe as avoidance. She's not sure what we want. She's not looking at me, whining a little bit. And it's good to notice these things because she's giving you information all the time about how she's feeling and what she wants and all that kind of stuff. Good. So that's it. It's simple as that. Most likely she's going to stand up in a second or two, and then we're just going to repeat the same exercise, just gentle pressure up, but on the ground. Because she has no idea what I'm asking right now. We're just teaching her the system. I'll adjust this so it fits a little better. So this is literally the first step of training, just teaching her the tool that we're going to be using and teaching her that sitting by my side, calm, good place to be. Because from now on, this is where she's going to be walking. She's not going to be walking out in front of you, because that just leads to problems of reactivity and dogs getting anxious about stuff that they don't need to be worrying about. So that's a little bit of fight when she's pawing her nose. So basically you notice the leash is loose when she's with me, no pressure at all. The leash is tight when she is standing up, just so we teach her the difference. You know, when the leash is on, I'm asking her to do something. All right, so next step of this is to start walking together. We'll just do a step or two. Good. Yeah, you're a quick study. Mm-mm. If she gets a little stuck, you can kind of pulse on the leash like that, so she doesn't have anything to pull against, because if you pull, she's just going to pull back with all her strength. But if you don't give her anything to pull against, then she's like, oh, that's annoying. Guess I'll come with you. So next step, I'm going to start moving a little more fluidly, moving in a circle. So before I turn, I'm giving a little tug on the leash, a little pop on the leash. Oh, she doesn't want to come with me. And if there's some resistance, we just go back to step one. All right, I think you've got about one more lap in you before we do the relaxation portion of this. But see how the leash, well, for a couple steps there, was totally loose and she was just following me? That's the end result that we're hoping for. Good. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. She doesn't have to master all these steps today, obviously. We're just introducing them. So step 3 of this process is place. So getting your dog to stay on a bed and, you know, just stay there while you're eating dinner or cooking or someone comes to the door, whatever. And we're also going to teach her the off-leash correction just using your body language. So you're not even going to touch the dog. We're just teaching her another form of pressure on and off that you can use around the house to kind of move her around and in a very easy way. So I will move this so you can actually see what we're doing. I think you can see, yeah, if you can see the table, you can see it. Okay. All right, so we're just going to lead her on the place board. Good. We're going to take the head halter off, give her a nice little scratch on her nose. Yeah. Drop the leash and whoop. she'll be pretty easy.
I'm gonna start some food.
Excellent. Good. So if you saw what I did there, at first unsuccessfully and then successfully, I was putting the pressure on with my body language, just facing her. And then once she sat down, that's all I wanted. So I take the pressure away, I turn to my side, and she's just staying there. So at first I'll start at a very short distance, moving around, a little bit of a distraction. And we want her to be sitting or laying down, just relaxing. See if she'll accept some touch. Just getting her to further relax with some massage techniques. And I'm using slow motions here, not petting like this, because that would just amp her up. All right, and now she'll kind of absorb that lesson with some rest in the crate.